I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Well, I'm going to make another soup. We're going to make a low-carb mushroom soup. I just find this time of year I love eating soups, and I'm just going to be kind of doing a few of them in the next near future. So if you can persevere and hopefully you enjoy the soups that I made, because that last one I made with the sweet peppers, roasted sweet peppers, it's delicious. And you got to give it a try. And once you've tried this one, I think you're really going to enjoy it also. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're at the stove. We got a big pot and I've got 3 tablespoons of salted butter. And then the next thing we're going to do is once that's melted, I am going to put in 16 ounces of 2 kinds of mushrooms. So the first one is, I've got the labels here, Mini Bellas. And the nice thing is when I'm looking at this particular brand, Highline, it says that it's grown without pesticides, which is really, really awesome. So I've got 8 ounces, 227 grams of Mini Bellas, and then I've got whole white mushrooms, and it's by Highline also, and it's another 227 grams, 8 ounces. So I've chopped them, I've cut them all up, sliced them up, and we're just going to get my spatula here. We're going to put them into the pot. And you can see the difference in the color. I've got the white mushrooms and then the other Mini Bellas. There we go. So we're going to get these all cooked up. I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt into the pan, the pot. Got a couple I lost here. So we've got 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. And now we're just going to cook these up. There's going to be a lot of moisture, so we want the moisture to disappear, and then we just will have cooked mushrooms in butter and a little bit of salt. So now we got it up and cooking. I have 3 cloves of crushed garlic I am going to add in here. Just make it just taste and smell so delicious in the house here. The mushrooms have been cooking for approximately 10 minutes, 10-12 minutes, and they look like they're quite soft and cooked well. Now this next step is optional, that's up to you, but I am putting in 1/4 cup of sherry. And we're going to just cook that for about 2 minutes. And there's all kinds of sherry out there. This particular one that I used, it's Canadian sherry and is classic cream. Bright's makes it. So I'm sure there's tons out there that you can choose from, but I'm just going to cook that for about 2 minutes and then we'll continue. Let's add in 6 cups of chicken broth. That's 4. And this is 6. And I just happen to use Campbell's this time round. And then we're going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme. And thyme, this is what I am using, McCormick's. So we're just going to stir this up and we'll get it to a boil. So I've got it to a boil. I'm going to turn it right down low. And I'm just going to put the cover on for about 20 minutes and I'm just going to let it simmer. So now I just removed the lid, and you have 2 options. You can leave the soup just like this, or you can puree it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a cup of 1/2 and 1/2 and 1/4. So 1 1/4 cups of 1/2 and 1/2. And we're just going to stir this up. And basically this is your soup. You just make sure it's nice and warm and you can serve it right away. So what I decided to do was I just put a small amount in my Ninja blender here, and I'm going to just blend it up. Okay, and I'm going to put it in a bowl, and then I'll put the the regular one in a bowl and then we'll do a comparison. Here's my low carb mushroom soup. This is the one that has the mushrooms in it that I didn't puree. I wanted to do both. Personally, I like the puree better, but they still have the same flavor. It's just you don't have the big chunks of mushrooms. It's really good, delicious. And then I'm just going to grab the other one where I've pureed it, if you can see it. So now we'll just have a taste. It has like little particles of mushrooms in it, but it's delicious. And I think it actually gives it more flavor when you puree your mushrooms. So anyway, here's my low carb mushroom soup. I hope you try this recipe, and I hope you try some of my other recipes. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.